Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and we get near the end of the month, and that means it's going to be time in a moment for a new Patreon piece of content on the 1st of August, and that's going to be the Heatwave Sudoku Hunt by Gruckles. So we're really looking forward to bringing that to you. If you're a Patreon, do consider joining. A $2 Patreon gets to see it. $3 Patrons get to see the solution videos. There's one of those up already this month to Jovial's Puzzle Hunt. And so much, as always, to be done on Patreon. So much to be done if you have our Sudoku apps. And then there's always the Discord channel for far more puzzle content and absolutely fascinating and welcoming chat. We hear occasionally from people who are a bit nervous of the high-powered, clever people on Discord, but frankly, they are really very welcoming, so thanks to them. Now, those links are all available under the video, as are the 5 links to today's puzzles, because I'm doing another gas speedrun. So these are genuinely approachable Sudoku. They're in the Daily Sudoku channel on Discord, and every day, Sam Cappleman-Lynes, Philip Newman and Clover on rotation create a genuinely approachable Sudoku, and I think they pretty much all are. So do give them a go, especially if you're kind of feeling your way into Sudoku. This is a great way to learn the variants. There's relative simplicity of rules in them. There's relative approachability. They really are. And I will be attempting to do them fast today, as I do always. Let's hope that with these gas puzzles, we can be cooking with gas. And I'm going to fly through them as quick as I can. And I say that with the knowledge that sometimes I get completely stuck and there is no flight at all. But I'm really looking forward to the challenge. So what I'm going to do, as always, is nip through the puzzles to tell you the rules before I start solving. So this one is a killer Sudoku. The cages show their sums, and none of them can possibly contain repeat digits given their shape in this puzzle. Normal Sudoku rules apply, as they do in all of these. The next one is called Hourglass, but it's an odd-even puzzle. So the circles have to have odd digits, the squares have to have evens. Obviously, the other cells can be anything. Then we'll come to a Skyscraper Sudoku, in which you have to imagine all the cells as tower blocks of the height of their number. So that 4 is bigger than this 3. If you had a number outside the grid on the left of this 9, it would record how many tower blocks you could see in that row from there. And you could only see 1 in that case. You would immediately see the 9, and everything else would be smaller and blocked out. In this row, you'd see the 8, and somewhere along here you'd see the 9, but no other blocks. So here the clue would be 2, and that's how the rules work for the outside clues in a skyscraper. I'm intrigued that this can be genuinely approachable, because I find skyscrapers difficult. Clock Sudoku by Sam. So there are several digital displays in the grid which must contain a valid time in 24-hour format. So, for example, 1947 and 2341 would both be fine, but you can't have 1782, because you can't have 82 minutes in an hour, or 3145. Obviously, there's no zeros in the puzzle, but there are a number of possible times, and we're going to have to use those to fill the grid. Fascinating. And I haven't seen that type for a long time. And then, yes, it's a Philip Newman. It's called No, and that's because there's no extra rules, I think. And no, actually, it's also a no, kind of a red circular no something sign. So that is a classic Sudoku, just normal Sudoku rules, nothing else. Do have a look at any or all of them. I'm going to start now. I'm going to hope to remember to restart every puzzle so that I can see my clock and tell how long each one has been. Let's get cracking. So, a 3 cage is 1, 2. 7 cage in the same box is 3, 4. 6 cage, that must be a 5 with a 1 there. That makes this a 2, 3. I love how these shapes worm their way around the grid, and they are solving it as you go in that order. This has to be a 6. That's gorgeous. This can't be 1, 6 or 4, 3, so it's 2, 5. That now must be a 3. This is a 2, 3 pair. That must be 4 and 1. That's fantastic. It just leads you round. Oh, do we start the other end here? 9, 8. Yes, I think so. 7, 5 there. So this can't be 7, 5. Oh, this is not so clear cut. Let's start this end. 9, 8 there. This now can't be 6, 4, so it's 3, 7. This sees 9, 8, 3, 7, 6, 1 and 4. So that's a 2. Can't be 5, 5. This sees 9 and 8, so that's a 6, 7 pair. So we're having to hop around a little bit now. That's now a 9, 1 pair, I think. This cell sees 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So suddenly we've got a choice there. And these are a bit less certain to me. I may be missing something, but let's fill in other numbers in the grid. 7, 8, 9 in the top row. This... we need a 4 in the box. That's got to be there. We've got 5, 8, and 9 in this column, but that can't be 5. So one of those is a 7, and that's not. That gives us an 8, 9 pair. I don't think that looks useful. Oh, it is a bit useful, because whatever it is, where does it go in this column? Well, it must be a 9 and be in one of those cells, which is a weird thought. Right, that fixes that as a 9, 1. That resolves the 1, 9 there. I hope that logic was right. I think it was. I'm quite pleased with it. Now, neither of those can be an 8, and it can't be a 5, 7 pair, so it will clash with that. So it must be 9, 3. This, I don't think it's 5, 7, but that's just by uniqueness, so I can't use that. Let's have a look in this box. 1 must be there. Then we have 4, 5, and 6. Right, that 2 has resolved the 5, 2 pair. That fixes where 5 is, looking back down. 3, 2, 4, okay. Oh, this is a 6 in the middle row. I should have spotted that a long time ago, because we had all the other pairs, I suppose. Right, 4, 6, 5, 1, 3, 2. That's 7 or 8. Can't be 9. That can't be 9 as well. So now I'm looking in box. Oh yes, that 9 has resolved this as an 8. That makes that an 8. Not those two. Ah, that makes this a 5. That's 9 there. These are from 6, 7, and 8, but I don't think they're resolvable for me at the moment. 2, 7, and 6 in column 3. That one can't be a 2. This now can't be 7, 5 or 9, 3, so it is 8, 4. 6 and 4 there. We've got a 2, 3 pair. A 5, 4 pair. They are resolved thanks to the 4. That's now 2 and 5. This is a 6, 7 pair above. 7, 1, 9, 6. Oh, goodness. This is surprisingly... Okay, you just need to spot the right things in the right order. So 5 and 8 into the central column. That 8 is fixing a lot of stuff in box 6. All of it, in fact. That makes that a 2. This is now a 6. That's 7. That's 6. 5, 7, 9. We get a 1 and a 3, 4 pair. 2, 7 pair in row 4, a 3, 4 pair which is resolved there. That's going to fix 2, 3, which fixes 2, 7. Then up here we've got 6, 9. I can do the 2, 3 now. This is a naked 7. 6, 8, and 9, and one of those is an 8. 6, 9, and 7 here, and one of them's a 7. What am I missing to disambiguate this column? Oh, I've got a 1 and a 3. That's what I'm missing. 4, 3, 1, 2, 2, 5. Yeah, this is just going to reflect through every domino and fix them all. 7 there. 8, 4. This is a 6 now, which makes that 8. 9, 6 are done. That's 9. Yes, that's right for every row, column, and box. 9, 7, and 9, 8 there, and I didn't put the clock on. Oh no, I did. I had the clock on that one. 5:06, so that's not too bad. Just over 5 minutes. I wonder if there's a chance that 5 minutes is the 2 hats time for that puzzle. I hope not. Anyway, let's move on. That's how they do the awarding of awards. I think it's 2 hats for a quick time, which is set for each puzzle, 1 hat for a slightly slower time, and a dino if you just finish it, from what I've understood, which is not a lot. Anyway, let's have a look at this hourglass. Going to restart the clock. Now, this is odd and even. Let's go. So, that is 7 or 9. That is 1 or 3. That wasn't the right place to start. This sees 1, 3, 9 and 7, so it's a 5. Let's try the symmetry trick. Yep, that's a 5 as well. One of those is a 5 and one of those is a 5, which is a bit strange. That is 9 or 8. This is 1 or 2. Just jumping around a bit. Oh, that sees 4, 8 and 6, so that's a 2. This sees 2, 4 and 6, so that's an 8. This is now 2 or 4. This one's 6 or 8. I am focusing on the given odds and evens because they're often... Oh, of course, there's 5 odds down the middle. That's very foolish of me not to notice that. All the other cells are therefore even. And that puts the 5s in. That makes that a 2. And this an 8. 6, 5, 7. 3 in one of those. This is 1 or 4. 3, 5, 4, 2. So one of those is definitely 7. That is a naked single 7. It sees every other possible digit in some way. So column 3 was helpful. Let's try column 7. That is a 3. That makes that a 9, and we can fill in 2 and 6. So they were very good. Then row 2, let's try row 8. Philip's always so kind with the symmetry. In fact, I think this may be a rotationally symmetrical puzzle, where the rotationally symmetrical digits always add up to 10. 6 there. That's 8 or 9. So this is 7. 2 must be there. Oh, that's become an 8, which was helpful. 3 there. This has become a 4 now. So 1 goes here and 6 here. Got 1, 8, 6 there. They can just go in. If I type them right, that's become a 3. This is now a 2 with a 1 there. 2, 4 and 9 here. Yep, they can go in. 8 and 7 on the end. And this has been pretty straightforward, especially for Philip, who normally has something devious up his sleeve, to be fair. That's a 7 naked single. We can put 8 there, 3 there, 4 and 6 to make up the middle row. 1 and 3, yes. 7 and 4, yes. 4. That fixes 7 and 9. 1 and 5 in the middle row, and 9 and 5 in the other one. So just over 3 minutes. I mean, I'm sure that's going to buy me a couple of hats. That's not too bad at all. So thanks, Philip, for a bit of light relief. Now, oh, this is the one I'm worried about, the skyscraper. So we'll see how this goes. It won't be 3 minutes and 2 seconds, I can tell you that. Let's restart and right. 3, 6, 8, 9, 7, 4. That's almost a naked single. This is probably not a sensible approach. No, let's look at these skyscraper clues. So, none of them are 1s, which can be very helpful. Oh, 5's down both of the middle, so they have to increase all the way to the centre. Right, that was helpful. 9 there. Now, that digit has to be bigger than these 3, but these 2 can't be 1, 2, 3, or 4. So they're from 5, 6, or 7. This has to be bigger because of the 2, seeing that cell and that cell. 9, 8, 6. These are going to be small, but that has to be bigger. But it can't. Oh, I see. That is 5 or 4, and these are all smaller, so that 2 is obeyed. So they're all from 1, 2, 3, or 4. That one obviously can't be 1 or 3. I don't know. If that was a 4, I bet it is, we could do something with the middle row. Ah, this is a 6 looking down, so it has to keep ascending, and it can't begin with 1 or 2. So have I got the right number of degrees of freedom there? Yes, in fact this can't be 8 because of the 2 on its right, so that we can actually fill those all in. That's very helpful and very surprising. Very nice piece of logic for us to do there. This can't be 6 anymore, so that's 8, that's 5. That makes this 4 and stops any of those being 4. So this is 2, that's a 5, that's a 1, 3 pair. Oh, I like this because I can do it, just for selfish reasons. 6, 8, well I seem to have hit the right deductions in the right order, which is always an absolute bonus. 1, 8 there, that has to be a 5, 7, 4 pair there. Now, that can't be a 1 because these have to ascend all the way up. So 8 there, similarly 7 here. I'm not risking that actually because I can see a way that's not right. This is a naked single 4. That fixes those. Let's put a 9 in here. Let's look down this column. 5 or 8 there, 1 or 5 there. Oh, this has become a 1, sorry. 5, 8. So these are, this is like a thermo, so that must be 5, 6, 7, and this must be 1, 2, 3 to make all the central clues work. Now we've still got this 4 and this 5 clue to make work, and this 3. That could be an 8, so don't know. This 5 clue. Right, it's going to see 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, so that has to be less than 4. That's a 2. This is somewhere between 4 and 8, and it can't be 5 and 6. Then 1, 3, 5 must ascend to the 9 there. That is a naked single 2. Those aren't 2. Right. So we've still got that 3 clue left and nothing else. Just classic Sudoku apart from that. Now, where does the 9 go? I don't know. Right, come on, just keep thinking. 1 must be there. 8, therefore, must be there. 6 and 9 are a pair there. This is 3, 5, and 7, so that's a 5. That's a 3, 7 pair. This is 4, 6, and 9 in some arrangement. Now, if that was a 9, this would have to be an 8. But if that was a 7, 9 would have to come after 8. Oh look, that's a naked single 2. That's giving us a 6 and 7 up there. That is a handy spot as well. 3, 5, 7, 3. 2, 3. These. That's a naked single 4. 7 there. 2, 3, 5, 7, 4. So we've got a 6 here. And then 1, 8, and 9. I'm going to have to come back to this 3 clue in a moment. 2 is there. That's become a 9. 6 there. We've got 9 and 4 there. And I don't know the order, weirdly. 8 here. That's become a 9. Right. So now that's a 4. This is a 9. And now this has to go 7, 8, 9 to make that work. Yes. And that disambiguates that bit, and that is 9 and 4. And to do any kind of a skyscraper in 5.5 minutes is very pleasing. But especially one by Clover with so few givens and clues. I mean, again, as I said during it, I think I hit the right deductions at about the right time. So I'm pretty pleased with that. And we move on in good fettle to clock Sudoku. So let's restart my clock. And now, what I remember from these is that the times always have to begin with a 1 or a 2 to be a valid 24-hour clock time. So let's start with that. Then the minutes have to be either 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. They obviously can't be... Oh no, yeah. These digits are dependent on whether it's a 1 or a 2. Once they're a 2, They're very restricted. But let's start with the idea that these have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. In fact, that is a naked single because it's got a 1, 2 pair. So maybe we'll do them one at a time. One at a time is what I'm trying to say there. That's not so helpful. That sees a 1, 2 and a 3, so it's 4 or 5. This sees a 1, 2 and a 5, so it's 3 or 4. This sees a 1, 2 and a 5, so it's 3 or 4. This could be a 1 or a 2, I think, if they were the same. This one, similar, that could be any of 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, as far as I can see. That can be anything but a 3. So, oh, and this one, that's a 1 or a 2 as well, because of 3, 4, 5 in the box. So, in this row, 4, 6, 1, 2, 5, 3, or 9, that has to be 8 or 7. This is from 9, 8, or 7. What about this? No, I don't know. 5, 6, one of those is a 6. 6, 5, 4, 1, 2 in the first column. Oh, this. Right, this sees 1, 2 as a pair in the box, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's 7, 8, or 9, and that means its clock time must begin with a 1. Can't be 27, 28, or 29. Now that resolves some of these 1s and 2s, quite a lot of them. That can't be 1 or 2 now. What else? Not these. This can't be 2. Now this number, I suppose it could be a 1, but otherwise it's got to be a 3, because we can only go up to 21, 20, or 23 when we begin with a 2. So in fact, that means that's a 3. 4 there. Now, do any of the others have to give them the 2? Not yet. Right. What have we learnt from that? 2 is in one of those cells. 2, 3, 4. There's a 4 there, so that's become a 5. That's not a 5 now. This is a naked single. 6, 9, and 7 can be filled in the middle row. 23, 46, and 1957 are valid times. 7, 9, 6 is in one of those two cells, so it's a sort of X-wing with those. 6, 8, 1, 9. We've got 2, 3, 4, and 5 to place in the middle box. 4, 6, 5, 2, 1. That can't be 7 anymore. Again, are there any? Oh yeah, this can't be 1 or 2. If I could rule 3 out, then I'd know what that was. Don't think I can. Oh, I've nearly got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quad going there. 5, 6, 7, 2. That's got to be where 4 is in column 2. That makes this a 3. Not that. 5, 4, 6, 7. So 9's in one of those two cells. I'm looking at the wrong things. What am I missing? That is a 287 triple from what it can see in the row and box. And in fact, that was a naked single, therefore, 2. So these are 6 and 9 in some order. But 6 has to be in one of those cells, so we know which order. 9 there, 6 there. That's not a 2 now. 1, 3, and 6. That has to be 1 or 3 in the final column. And that forms a pair. So that's a 4. We've got, that's a naked single 8. 5 and 9 there. This can't be 3 anymore. And it can't be 5. So that's a 4, 7, 8. This is a 1, 2, 3 triple. Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything about the order, I don't think. 8 there. Has this been resolved? No. Let's have a look up here. 4, 5, 6 and 7. That is 5 or 7. That's 6 or 7. 8, 7, 6. That can't be 4 now. Now again I'm being misled into looking at the wrong bits of the puzzle. That is 3 or 7 by elimination. 5, 2, 4, 9, 8, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6, 1. Oh, come on. That 1, 2 pair still not disambiguated. These are from 1, 3 and 6. That doesn't feel helpful. 4 must be in one of those two cells. 3, 4, 5, 8. Right, 2 must be in one of those two cells, which is surprising, in box 3 and therefore in one of those two. No, that's not. 8 must be in one of those two, and it can't be there because that would be a time of 28. So that's an 8. Good grief. That's a hard one to find for me. 9 there. So we've got 2, 6 and 7 in the top row. That is a naked single 2. That's 6 or 7, which fixes 2 there. 1 there. That's not a 1. This now has to be a 3 because it's not a 1. So 4, 6, 7 pair makes that a 5. This is a 9. That's going to fix the row. 7, 3. That fixes this 1, 2, 3 triple. I think this is all right. These times all look plausible at least. We don't have a 4 there or a 2, so that's a 3, 5 pair. We can fill in 9 and 5. That's now a 2. That's a 4. This is an 8, 7 pair at the top. We've got 9, 8 there. 7 and 6 are thus fixed. 1 and 5 in those two. That's become a 6, 7, 6. We get a 1 and 9 there. 1 and 2 here. So 1, 2. That 3, 6 pair, yes, they are resolved, which fixes the 5, 3, which fixes the 5, 1. And we're on the finishing track for this one. 4 there. And then 3 and 1. Lovely puzzle. Much harder for me than the others so far, but really neat. I like that. Very interesting. We've got one more to do, so let's restart. Oh, and it's classic. Now, last time, Philip, of course, did Tatooine Sunset, which was monstrous, but the last classic in this series wasn't. So let's see what happens this time. That's where 9 goes in the center, and 3, and 1, and 5. That's 2 in row 6, 7 and 1. Symmetry always helping with Philip. We can do 8, 3 and 4, 1 and 5 there. He's going to absolutely throw me with a non-symmetrical puzzle at some point. But this one, oh no, it's certainly not maintaining full rotational symmetry. But now we can do these columns. 6, 2, 5. That's a naked single. 4, 7, 8 pair that aren't resolved there. But 5, 9 are. Then we've got a 1, 3 pair there. Now, what should I be looking at? Look at that naked single. It sees 1, 2, 3 in the row, 6, 7, 8 in the column, and 4, 5 in the box. So there's a 9 over here somewhere. Is there more of that? Yes, this is another one. That's a 1. Oh, and that's really... Oh, 5 in the bottom row is there. One of those is a 6. 5, 6. Why has it suddenly got sticky? Because Philip is clever. 2 in one of those, and I don't know which one. 1, yes, I do know which one in one of those two. There it is. So that makes that a 1. That fixes the 3, 1 pair. 4, that's a naked single 4. Then we get a 7, 8 pair over here. 8, 5, 7 is there. That's 2 or 3. That's a naked single 9 because that's 2 or 3. 1, 7, 8, 5, 6. That's 2, 3 or 4 here. That isn't a 9, so this is a 7 or 8, so that's where 3 is, and 3 there, and that makes this a 4. Gives us a 3-2 pair, which I wasn't expecting. 6 and 8 in column 8. That's a 2. A 7-6 pair makes that a 2. That fixes 3, 2, 3, 4 here. That's 7. We are very close now. 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 2 digits to go. That is a 5, and that is a 6, and there we go. And that's not too bad, just under 3 minutes. I mean, that is always the danger with an easy classic. It can be too easy in some ways once you get going. But really nice, elegant solution path. Thank you to Philip, Sam and Clover, as always, for those excellent puzzles. Got through this lickety-split for once, cooking with gas tonight. But hope to see you again soon on the channel for something else. Bye for now.